very excited for this spring. As I say, spring is one of my favorite times of the year because I think it's one of the first indicators of the attitude and demeanor that your team's going to take, and you see if the off-season has made a difference in some guys and some things you want them to step up in. And there's a lot of new roles that guys have to face, even guys that are returning. They have to take more responsibility and things like that. So you see how that not only affects their leadership part, but does it affect how they play, and how much can you really add to their plate and all the different things. The quarterback, these young guys will have an opportunity. JJ and DeAndre and Malik all have great opportunities right now in front of them, get a lot of reps. See how they can play and how they handle things, the poise and composure they play with. So, there's a lot of things that we have to get better at, but there's a lot of things that we have a chance to get better at, and I think we will. Defensively, same thing. I still think inside in our defensive tackles, we got to be dominant guys. Derek Notting, DeMarcus Christmas taking that next step to being every down players and be able to rush and play the run and being dominant players inside. Building a lot of depth with Fred Jones and Shanks and Keith Bryant unfortunately got hurt. Arthur and Big Wally, and coming in that as a junior college guy, what can he bring to the table? But whoever starts, the best guy's going to play. Defensive ends, can DeMarcus keep building on the year he had last year? He's doing a great job with leadership. And Josh Sweat, can he take the next step to be a dominant not only run player but be a pass player? Can he be that pass rush guy? Everybody's worried about linebacker. I'm not. I like our linebacker crew. I think where Derek was playing excellent football last year, was doing really well. Played as well as anybody we had. I think him getting Matthew Thomas back in there, I think, will be huge. Shamar Kilby-Lane, I thought, really showed flashes last year, being a really, really good player. I think and what we've seen out of Josh Brown so far, coming in as an early freshman, I know that, but this guy stood out to us as far as drills. Now he's got to take it to the field and learn and go through that. Purifoy getting a chance to get back out there after a bad break, and Terrell Lyons will still be limited with what he'll do drills, but probably won't be in a lot of team action because of the ACL he had. Every position on this team is open. Everybody says, well, no, all positions are open. Everybody asks about this. I'm anxious to see all the battles. I want to see when you become a great team is when you have guys emerge from the offseason and jump up, even try and take jobs from guys that have had jobs, and you create competition, you create depth, and I think we can do that. I think it gives us an opportunity to go play in a stadium we're going to open up with. We get some of the fans from South Florida or Central Florida that maybe not always get to the spring game. They'll have a chance to come out and see us, and our kids to get out and meet everybody, and some of our young guys to get on to travel, understand what a road game was before they have to play. Some of them guys next year may have to play, some of those incoming freshmen, or some of the guys that didn't get to play much or get to travel last year. So that's another great opportunity for our people and fans to see us. I think there's two ways you go about the offseason. I got to go do it, or do I really want to get better and do I want to please my coaches? And that's what I saw out of these guys. And every day we pushed and prodded, and every time we put our foot down on them, they responded. There was no fight back. There was no, from that standpoint, a bunch of young guys that were hungry. Now, some guys didn't know they didn't know how to do things and how to really play hard. And people say, well, how do you know? Let me tell you something. Playing at the highest levels of intensity in football, the way they're supposed to be played, is a learned behavior. It is not natural. We really got better each and every practice as far as that, with even more and more guys doing it, because it's only a matter of who your weakest link is where the hole in the fence is going to be. But we had tons of guys who really got better in that aspect, and that's a learned behavior, and it's not, there isn't one way to get it. It's hard work.